Can this backpack surprise you? It surprised me. This is Fram Talung from Ukraine, and from my horrible accent, you can guess that I'm from Ukraine too. Nowadays, lightweight gear is making aggressively its way to the mainstream, and most manufacturers started to add ultralight models of the backpacks into their lines. So I decided to give it a try as well, but since I am a huge fan of the traditional backpacks that have ventilated back, frame, brain, I decided to pick something not super minimalistic, but at least the backpack that has something in it, and that's why I choose this one. This backpack has a volume of 60 liters and weighs 975 grams, but if you take off the brain it will weigh 765 grams, which is quite impressive for this amount of capacity. Comparing to my favorite backpack, this is Gregory Optic 48. This one is weight 1 kilo and 250 grams with only 48 liters capacity, so it's quite a huge difference. Now, is it bulletproof? Of course not, it can't help you with that, but it still has a lot of the features that I really like. The straps and hip belt are soft and won't press you against you. Strap that helps stabilize and bring the weight in close to your back. Hip pouches are often missed in lightweight backpacks, but here we are having them, and they are really good. They're big enough to fit your phone like this, and you even can open and close it with one hand, which is really nice, and not all the backpacks can do this, and for me it's like really good. There are also two large side pockets made of elastic mesh. There are also two large side pockets made of elastic mesh, and the manufacturer claims that it can fit 2-liter water bottle, but in my tests it can do even more. So I put 2 bottles, each of 1.5 liters, and they fit perfectly, so I guess here the manufacturer is lying to us. Another thing that I like about this backpack, that it's white inside and it makes easier to find things inside the bag because it's like really light. And also you have detachable pocket inside this backpack, and for me it's also really useful because you can use it as a toiletry bag, like to put your toothpaste and toothbrush and like use it at some other place. Don't need to take all the backpack with you or separately toothpaste and toothbrush. So I really like it. It weighs almost nothing, but if it's necessary for you, you can take it off and there is no problem with this, but I really like it to keep it there, so just know that it's there. In the top brain we have a separate pocket and the elastic bands to securely hold the gadgets, and also an additional mesh above where you can attach even more gear, like for example helmet for climbing. By the way, there is a lot of attachment points for the climbing gear, and also a lot of loops where you can put your carabiners for some extra gear. And this backpack was made thinking of the climbers, but since I'm not a climber, I'm not like any expert in this area. For me it's just a backpack for backpacking, for hiking, trekking, so I'm just sharing my point of view, and I'm absolutely not an expert on anything on earth. So if you disagree with anything that I told, that's probably true, but that's just my opinion. I have some experience, that's all I have. The material it's made of is Dyneema, which is really known for the price, durability and waterproof. And I decided to make a little test to see how it's water repellent at all. So I decided to pour water just into a backpack, and let's see what happens. As you see, there's some drops, but obviously you can carry your water inside this bag. Not for a long time, obviously, but yes, it's possible. Well, as you can see, we can't call it waterproof, but at least we can call it water resistant, which is still better than nylon or polyester. Now let's talk about things that I don't like. In my opinion, it sits on me quite high, and I don't know why. Maybe I just picked the wrong size. As I told you, I'm not an expert, but in this case it's very high, and I can reach my bottled water, so I need to stop, take off the backpack and get my water and then put it back on again, and it's quite annoying. The other thing that is frameless, and in this case I need to pack my gear and my clothes more carefully to make it perfectly straight, because the other way, if I will have like a pot or like a camera or a bottle which is touching my back, it will be uncomfortable and you need to take care about it. So for me, I still need to figure out how to do it the best, and that's it. Now it's time for the commercial.